Hey, welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Today, I am bringing you an all levels full body stretch class. This class is designed to open up your hips, your glutes, your chest, and your back, making you feel wonderful all over. So we are going to be starting today with 2 heavy springs and 1 medium spring on my Balance Body Reformer. That is 2 reds, 1 blue. Headrest can be up. Straps connected. Once you're ready, go ahead, lie down on your carriage. Now you have a choice to bring your feet either onto the platform, you can bring them up to the foot bar, or you can extend your legs over the foot bar. What I want you to do is I want you to find a position that you're most comfortable in. Shoulders are grazing the shoulder pads. Your left hand is going to come to your chest. Your right hand is going to come to your belly. We're going to come into diaphragmatic breathing today, which actually relieves stress. So it's more of a belly breath. So we're going to take a big deep inhale through the nose. As you're inhaling, you're going to feel your belly rise, trying to keep your chest quiet as that belly rises. And then on your exhale, as you exhale through your mouth, you're going to feel the belly flatten with the chest staying quiet. Breathing in through the nose, belly rises. Exhaling through the mouth, belly lowers. Let's go for 2 more breaths here, maybe bringing your hands by your sides, flipping your palms up. Continuing with that diaphragmatic breath. One more. Now, wherever your feet are, let's bring the balls of the feet to the foot bar. Feet are going to be hip distance apart. All 10 toes picking up real estate. When you're ready, I want you to extend yourself out long and hold yourself there. From here, we're going to drop the right leg underneath, the right heel underneath the foot bar, bending the left knee, feeling like somebody's pulling you from the opposite side of the foot bar. Come up onto the toes, alternate towards the left, dropping the heel underneath the foot bar. Getting that big stretch through the hamstring and the calf. Breathing in, exhaling as you drop a heel. Let's go for 4 more, 2 on each side. Then we're going to come into double heels. 1 more towards the right. 1 more towards the left. Once both heels come to meet together, we're going to drive both heels underneath the foot bar. Again, pause. Feel like somebody's pulling those heels opposite side of the reformer. Come up on the toes. Drop the heels. Think about that diaphragmatic breath. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Belly rises. Belly falls. Let's go for 3. 2. We're going to go for foot massage after this. Up on those toes. Drop those heels one last time. Feel like somebody really give a good stretch through that back line of your body. Come up on the toes. Now, keeping your carriage long, keeping your legs long, I want you to begin walking your feet up the foot bar. Just slowly walking up and down towards the heels. And then coming back through the arches to the balls of the feet. Now, if you feel anything that feels a little sticky or causes a little pain, feel free to stay there. This works on the plantar fascia along with the plantar flexibility. Let's go for 2 more up and down. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Think about that diaphragmatic breath. Last one here. When you come back to the toes, for the very last time, I'm coming down to the heels for the last time. Those feet hold us all day. We need to show them some love. When you come back to the toes, go ahead, bend those knees. Bring your carriage all the way in. Take your arms, open them wide. Reach behind, grab your shoulder blocks. If you have pegs, grab your pegs behind you. Shoulder blades are flat on the carriage mat. Your abs are zipped towards your spine. Your legs are coming up into tabletop, squeezing together, knees over hips. Elbows wide. We're going to drop our knees towards the left, keeping our knees together. Right hip is going to come up, but right shoulder blade's going to stay down. Inhale, bring it back up to center. Alternate, drop those knees towards the right. As you exhale, keep that left shoulder blade connected. Inhale, pull it back to center. Let's go towards the left. To center. Breathe out as you bring it towards the right. Breathe in as you bring it to center. One more to each side. Hopefully you got a good few cracks and pops. Going in for some rotation. Little back stretch here as well. When your knees come towards the center, go ahead, drop your feet towards the foot bar. Release your arms towards the sides. And we are going to come up off our reformer. Come up off your reformer. I am going to come over facing you first. So I am coming over to my left side. We are going to be changing that spring to the lightest spring you have. So for me on my machine, that is a yellow. For you on your machine, just put the lightest spring you have. I apologize for my bum facing you first, but this is the easiest way to video. So I want you to open up your legs wide. You're going to come into a wide stance. Now your outside hand is going to come to the shoulder block that's closest to you. Your inside hand is going to come to the outer shoulder block. So for me, my left hand is on the inside shoulder block. My right hand is on the outside. Now, I am a little tight in my hamstrings. So we're going to rotate, keeping our bum quiet. We're going to rotate the carriage, push the carriage away from us as we rotate towards the spine, trying to drop that shoulder towards the carriage. Now, your legs can be straight. If your shoulder can reach, you can open up wider. Do what you need to do to get that shoulder to drop. Bring it back, rotate yourself back to center. Again, try not to touch the stopper. Draw those abs in. Think about that breath. Exhale as you push the carriage away. Try to drop the shoulder, bringing the ear towards the carriage. Inhale as you rotate the spine to center. Flow with the movement. Do what feels right for you. One more here. Then we're going to hold that rotation. Next time you have that shoulder down, hold that rotation here. I want you to bend the elbows in, press the elbows away. So really feel that shoulder blade, that rhomboid in the middle of your shoulder blade, pushing and pressing away. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Next time the carriage comes in, bring the carriage all the way in, rotate yourself back to center, and carefully come on up. Bring those legs together. We're gonna rotate towards the foot bar. Inside leg is coming to the carriage, knee is coming down. Outside legs coming right in line with underneath your foot bar, kind of like a scooter position, almost in line with the knee on the carriage. First thing I want you to do is I want you to tuck that pelvis towards your belly button. Really squeeze those glutes, push that pelvis forward. We're gonna take the inside hand, so for me that's my right hand. We're gonna reach it up by the ear. Hand is reaching towards the clouds. We're gonna reach up and over that rib cage as we tilt that pelvis forward towards the belly button, coming in to that side bend. Really opening up that hip flexor on the side of the carriage. So for me, that is my right side. Bring it back up to center. One more time, keep that pelvis tucked, really squeeze it towards the belly button. Reach yourself up and over that left rib cage. And bring it up to center. Both hands come to the foot bar. We're going to come into a bend in the standing leg. We're going to extend the leg on the carriage out. We're going to come into a hamstring stretch. So hands come down to the foot bar. If it's available, you're going to walk yourself out leading with your back leg. So you want to find a nice lunge here. Your hands can be here. They can be on the rail, your choice. What I want you to do is I want you to roll into a hamstring stretch. So we're gonna roll our weight as we straighten the leg on the floor. We're gonna roll onto the heel as we lift the toes. Really extend, find that front split. Then you're gonna rock onto the ball of the foot, bend the knee, and bring it in. Let's do that 3 more times, thinking about every time going deeper. If you can't roll to the heel of your foot, that's fine. You go to where you're at today. Really opening up through that hamstring on the floor, opening up that hip flexor on the carriage. Let's go for 1 more. Really extend that leg out, find that length, roll onto the heel. Roll onto that flat foot, bring that carriage in. Hands come to the foot bar, and you can carefully stand on up. Now I want you to take your inside hand to your inside foot, the leg you just worked, and give yourself a quad stretch. Hold on to the foot bar. Choose what works for you. That feels really good. All right, we're gonna go around, do the same thing on the other side. So let's turn around onto our carriage. Outside hand, the one closest to the foot bar, comes in to the closest headrest. Inside hand comes to the outside headrest, sorry. Legs come wide, put a bend in them if you need to. When you're ready, we're slowly gonna rotate the spine, trying to keep the bum to the wall behind you. As you drop the ear and the shoulder, push it away. Bring it back to center. Rotate that spine back to center. Exhale as you push, turn, rotate, maybe try to extend those legs. Get a little deeper. You can open your legs wider depending on your hamstrings. But each time you push, try to get a little bit deeper. We're going to do one more here, and we're going to hold in that rotation for that push and press. When you drop your shoulder, ear is towards the mat, you're going to bend the elbows and push it away. Really feel that stretch through that shoulder blade. Feel that rhomboid. That's the point in the middle of the shoulder blade. Breathe in, breathe out. And you get lower, straighten those legs. Last one, bring it back in. You're going to rotate towards the center. Come up on the carriage, and we are carefully going to rotate towards the foot bar. Opposite leg now, inside leg. We're working on, for me, my left side. We're going to bring the standing leg the right side. We're going to tuck that pelvis, hold that pelvis in, inside arm. For me, that's my left, coming up over my ear. Really squeeze those glutes, tuck that pelvis towards the belly button. We're going to go ahead and reach over for that side bend. Really drop that opposite arm, reach up and over those right ribs if you're on the same side as me, and bring it up to center. Let's go for two more. Reach it up and over, really tucking that tailbone towards the belly button. One more here. Opposite arms reaching towards the floor. Up towards center. Both hands come to the foot bar. You're going to go ahead, extend, lead with the back leg, extend yourself into that lunge. Hands come towards the rail. Now, again, rolling back into that hamstring stretch. So you're going to extend that bent leg. For me, that's my right. You're going to roll it back. Try to straighten that right leg, rolling the weight onto the heel, and then coming rolling on to that flat foot. Bring it back in. Again, extend it out. Flow with the movement. Do where you are today. This hamstring is really tight. This is my bad hip, so I would expect it. Last one. Roll onto the ball of the foot. Bring that carriage in. Both hands come to the foot bar. And then grab your left hand, heel to glute. Come in for that quad stretch. Feels so nice. All right, we are going to be changing our springs from one yellow to one blue spring. So I'm taking my yellow off. So from a light to a medium spring. We're going to come in to some puppy pose here. So I'm going to take my feet and I'm going to bring them up against the shoulder blocks. Now, bum comes down here for now, so almost like a child's pose. And then I want you to extend yourself out. Your bum is going to come up as your chest comes down, getting a big stretch through the shoulders, through the lats. And then from here, I want you to draw the abs in. I want you to round, coming in for some flexion. We're going to round the spine. We're going to extend the legs out. Come up into back extension as the shoulders come away from the ears. Then you're going to bring the carriage in. Again, we're going to flow with the movement. Sit back on the hips. Send yourself out to puppy pose. Bring the bum up into the air. Really get that stretch. Extend the legs out as you drop the chest towards the springs. Come up, extension. Bring the knees on in. Let's flow with the movement again for two more. Exhale as you extend the legs. Inhale as you pull yourself in for extension. Exhale, roll it in. Remember, breathing is a tool, not a rule. So however you find yourself breathing, that works for you as long as you're not holding your breath. I think we have one more here, so let's do just one more. And then next time we come in, we're going to extend ourselves out one final time for that puppy pose. Extend the knees. Bring the knees back in and hold. Now I want you to drop your hips onto the heels into a child's pose. Starting with the left hand, I'm going to reach my left hand up towards the clouds, and then I'm going to roll it underneath my right arm for rotational work. Again, left arm comes up towards the clouds, really getting spinal rotation, and drop it down. Now, everybody's rotation is going to look different. Like I said, I've been away from my reformer. I can really feel it. Last one, bring it back down towards the center. And once your hand comes to the center, let's switch sides. Right hand coming off the foot bar. Go ahead, extend that arm up towards the clouds, getting that rotational work. Rotate it underneath that left armpit. Try to drop the shoulder down. Exhale, rotate it out. Inhale, rotate it in. One more here. When you bring the arms back, go ahead, bring both hands to the foot bar and carefully bring yourself in. Go ahead and roll those shoulders. We are going to come in to a little bit of semicircle. So I'm going to drop my headrest, and then my feet are going to come onto the foot bar. I am bringing my bottom all the way towards the edge of the carriage. They're going to come up to the foot bar. Now, if you are more of a beginner, feel free to leave your head on the carriage just like this. The same work can be done here. If you are more of an intermediate or advanced, I am going to drop my bottom all the way down, coming into semicircle. I'm going to reach my elbows behind me, and then my heels or arches are going to be on that bar. So once you have yourself in that comfortable position, you're going to draw those abs in. You're going to articulate your hips up. As you articulate your hips up, once your hips come up, you're going to push yourself out. Feel those hamstrings lengthen. Now you're going to drop, articulate yourself down in towards the springs. You're going to feel the springs glide on the bottom of your bottom, and you're going to bring yourself in. So now let's flow. Articulate up, and if you want more, you come all the way down. So push yourself out. Drop the springs, drop the bum towards the springs, slide yourself in. I could stay here all day. Articulating, rolling through the spine. Trying to find symmetry in the body. We're going to do 2 more in this direction. Next time you pull yourself in, you're going to keep yourself down. Bottom's grazing the springs. You're going to push yourself out. Now articulate yourself up. Close the carriage as you come in. Articulate yourself all the way down towards the springs. Push yourself out. Lift, 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 lift. Pull in. Let's go for 2 more. One more here. Next time you come in, come all the way in. You can slide yourself back onto the reformer and bring yourself in. You can go ahead and lift your headrest if you like your headrest lifted. I'm gonna reach behind me, grab my right strap. So right strap is coming to the right foot. Long loop onto the arch of the right foot. Now left foot is reaching long on to the foot bar. From here, I want you just to go ahead. I want you to bend the leg on the foot bar. The more you bend the leg on the foot bar, the more you get a hamstring stretch on the right side, the foot that's in the strap. Flex those toes towards your nose. Really shine that heel up towards the clouds, getting a big stretch through the back of that hamstring. Use the straps to guide you. Pull yourself closer to get a bigger stretch. Do what feels right. We're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Extend yourself out. Now I want you to bring your pinky towards the clouds so toes get rotated in. And now I want you to bring your leg up and over the opposite side, so coming over towards your left. Now, this is a sciatic stretch, so keeping both hips down really stretches that sciatica. Do not overdo it here. We're gonna hold. Really think about pointing that pinky towards the clouds for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up to center. And then we can release the left leg off the foot bar, bend the foot in the strap, give yourself a figure 4, push onto that knee if you need a little bit more, grab behind that thigh on the opposite side, opening up that glute. You can bring the unstrapped foot to the foot bar, take the strap off. Let's switch sides to the other side. Left foot, left strap. You're gonna flex those toes towards the nose, foot on the foot bar. You're pulling as you're getting that hamstring stretch. So you're pulling that carriage closed, relaxing your arms, relaxing your shoulders. Ears are away. Really getting that long line, trying to keep the hips glued to the carriage mat underneath you, not allowing them to lift. Maybe use the strap to guide you for 3, 2, 1. We're going to extend that leg long on the foot bar. Point the toes towards the center. Pinky comes up towards the clouds. Leg comes over. Really think about bringing the pinky line up towards the clouds. Both hips stay squared, glued to the mat. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back towards center. Unstrapped leg comes in front of the strap leg. Go ahead, bend your knee. Push that knee to get a little bit deeper on that side. And then once you're ready, go ahead, take that foot, bring it to the foot bar. You can go ahead, take that strap on off. And once you're ready, we're carefully gonna come up to a sitting position. We're gonna come into a mermaid stretch here. So I'm gonna start facing you. My left shin is coming up against the shoulder blocks. My right calf is coming up into a figure 4 in front of me. Now my right arm is on the foot bar a little bit in front of my right shoulder. My left arm is reaching out to the side. We're gonna come up and over for lateral flexion. Think up and over. We're gonna rotate ourselves towards the springs, really extending ourselves out, finding that stretch through the whole body, pushing the shin through the shoulder blades to give you some feedback. Let's bring ourselves up into that extension again. Extend ourselves back out. Let's unwind ourselves from this mermaid, come up and over. Hand comes to the opposite, to the shoulder block and comes in for a counter stretch. Let's go for 2 more just like this, flowing with the movement. So come back up to center. Come up over for lateral flexion. Add the rotation. Come up for extension. Exhale, push yourself long. Up and over. Counter stretch. 1 more here. Coming into a pigeon stretch after this. Up for extension. Extend it long. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. Up and over. Opposing stretch, counter. Bring it to center. If your headrest is up like mine, please go ahead and knock it down. The leg that is up against the shoulder blocks, I want you just to go ahead, take your calf, bring it through the shoulder blocks, and just go ahead and turn and reach that leg long, coming into a pigeon stretch here. Hands come to the foot bar, shoulders are back and down. From here, I just want you to extend yourself out, really coming in to that hip flexor again, and that glute stretch. Really opening through that glute stretch, really press it out. And then closing the carriage, coming towards the stopper, adding extension again. Extend the carriage out. Such a glorious class. So much extension, rotation, lateral flexion. 1 more here. We'll go over to the mermaids on the other side. Extend it out. And bring the carriage in. Great job. Hands come to the carriage, knees can come together. And then we're just gonna go ahead and flip to mermaid on the other side. So now my right shin is up against the shoulder blocks. My left leg is in a figure 4. Left arm a little bit in front of the left shoulder. When you're ready, we're gonna come up and over for lateral flexion. Rotate towards the springs, try to drop the chest, bend the elbows, come in for extension, really lift, 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 lift. Try to keep that opposite glute pressing towards the carriage as you extend yourself out, up and over. Let's go into the counter stretch. 2 more just like this, flowing through the movement for your body, your range of motion, where you are today. Think about that belly breathing. Control the carriage at all times. Last one here, coming into that pigeon stretch. Both hands come to the foot bar. Leg comes between the shoulder blocks. Come into a figure 4, rotate towards the foot bar. From here, you're going to extend yourself out, really finding through that length through the upper body, really opening up that left glute. Bend the elbows, come on in. Chest to the clouds. Again, extend. One more. Next time you bring that carriage in, go ahead, come to the stopper. Both hands come to the carriage mat. Knees come together. Staying on this blue spring, finishing up when one last stretch, coming into a front split. So you have the option, I'm going to start with my right foot on the platform. You have the option, the foot can come to the platform, the foot can come to the foot bar. You can even drop the foot bar to make it easier. So the hardest option is the foot bar. The foot that's higher up is the hardest option. I'm not even going there. I'm keeping my foot on the platform. Hands are on the foot bar, and from here you're going to go ahead, extend yourself out. Now lead with the back leg and then push off with the front leg. You want to try to drop that heel towards the springs. Draw those abs in, nose towards knee. Pull it in, not holding it too long. Pull it in. Let's try 2 more times, extending yourself out, trying to get a little deeper this time. Dropping the heel towards the springs, extending that front leg, extending that back leg as best you can. Flexibility is not my jam, so I work with what I got, and I'm thankful for it. Extend it out. Nose towards knee, drop the shoulders from the ears, bring it all the way in. Let's switch sides, same thing. Left foot comes either to the foot bar or to the platform. You're going to lead with the back leg. Once that back leg goes as far as it can, you're going to push off with the foot bar. Drop the heels as you straighten that front leg. Range of motion is definitely different on this side. That back hip just does not feel great. All right, let's extend it out. Drop the heel towards the springs. Nose towards knee, and bring it in. One more here. Bend the knee, bring the carriage all the way in. And then I want you to carefully come back into a sitting position. On your carriage, we're going to end the class the same way we started off. So go ahead, lie yourself back down. Headrest at this point can be up or down. I'm going to take my heels to the bar, open my legs up wide. Trying to drop my pelvis towards the carriage mat. My abs are engaged. My arms are going to reach long. My palms are going to face up. And I'm going to end the class with the same diaphragmatic breathing in through the nose. As you exhale, the belly rises, keeping the chest as quiet as possible. Let's go for 2 more breaths here. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you need. After this next exhale, I'm carefully going to bring my knees together, roll myself up, and like I said, feel free to lay in that breathing. Hopefully you feel so much better and you have less stress and you just feel more well-rounded after this class and just like jelly. To me, it's just like a massage. So I hope you enjoyed this class. Like always, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and until next time, I'll meet you on the Reformer. Bye.